Hey everybody, I'm Becky Adams. Thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel today. Today I have a project to share with you that I am creating for the Hip Kit Club, and I am using the May 2021 kits. So I did a couple of things here to get started. The first being I started my background, and I used this kind of a periwinkle colored pattern paper. The back has all these word strips like that. This comes from the Jen Hadfield Reaching Out collection. And I gutted the paper, obviously, because I wanted to save this periwinkle to use on another project. And then I stitched around the edge of the white cardstock that I put on top with some pink thread. So the first thing I want to do is I've got my photo here, and I've got one 6x4 photo, and then I have my title ready to go here. I'm using the Pink Fresh Studio puffy letter stickers that came, I believe they're in the embellishment kit. But my title is Sweet Beautiful Girls. I wanted to make sure that I had room for my photo and my title side by side. So the first thing I'm going to do is adhere my photo. And I've got my T-square ruler here to make sure that I get it straight. And I'm just putting it a couple of inches from the top of the white cardstock. And then I'm going to go ahead and place my title. Okay, so I have my title in place, and then I went ahead and just stuck my journaling strips down real quick while I had the camera off for a minute. So we have all of our important elements, the photo, the title, and the journaling in place. And now it's time to add some embellishments. So one embellishment that I want to make sure that I don't forget to put in place, so I'm going to do it first, is this cute dragonfly, and it has some, I went ahead and stitched along the center of that with the pink thread. So then I obviously have a lot of room here at the bottom for lots of embellishment. So what I did is, for, I believe it's the May cut files at the Hip Kit Club, if you are a Hip Kit Club subscriber, then you get access to this cut file that has these gorgeous layered flowers. So I just used my silhouette and cut out these flowers, and I'll show you the other flowers in just a minute, but I wanted to show you how I put them together. So the first thing I did with the first petal, or the first layer, was to gently bend the petals down. And then on the next two layers, I'm going to bend the petals up. Just like that. Takes just a minute or so. And then to make sure that everything stays in place just as I want it to, so I'm alternating the petals so that they don't all line up exactly. And then I'm just going to take my stapler. I have a tiny attacher, but you could definitely use a regular staple for this because you're not going to see it in a minute anyway. And so I did that with all of these flowers, and these are out of pattern papers from the May kit, and I'm just kind of spreading them out so they're not all the same color touching one another stuff, so it's kind of spread out. And this is the reason that I gutted this paper, is because I wanted to create a flower, and I still have a little bit left to use on another project, but That was the main reason I wanted one of these flowers to use on the top of the page. So the other thing that I cut out is some leaves. And there are two kinds of leaves. There's this kind of, I guess, more of a branch with a few leaves on it. And then there's just a basic leaf pattern. So I'm going to start adhering these flowers with just some foam adhesive so that that bottom layer of petal that we kind of bent backwards will, it's a little easier for it to stand up off of the page with a pop dot. So we'll just go ahead and put these in place. You may have noticed there are actually two different flower designs. They come in the same cut file, but there's this one that the petals are less separated, I guess. I don't know the name of the flowers, honestly. But both of those flowers are in the same cut file. This is also would be kind of a fun hand cutting project. If you like to hand cut, these are fairly basic shapes. You could just draw them out, make a couple of templates, and do it that way. Or I personally think a Cameo is a great investment. I use mine pretty much every day. And not just for scrapbooking projects, but for home decor. I mean, lots and lots of different projects. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is place these leaves. Actually, that's not going to work as well as I want it to. I'm going to use a pop dot with the leaves as well, because I'm going to be tucking that bottom portion in and under the flowers anyway. So for this it'll work just fine, and then when I get down to these other leaves I will use probably some liquid adhesive. So we'll just, and I'm really not, I guess I'm just spreading out where I'm putting the leaves, so I don't want a huge cluster of leaves over here. I'm just spreading them out so that there is an even pattern, I guess, of leaves all over the bottom of the page. We'll just tuck that one right in there. And then I think there's a good spot for this last one right over here. Okay, and then with these smaller branches, I guess, I'm using liquid adhesive just on the very end. And just tucking those underneath. You want to make sure and get one right over here to kind of fill in this gap. And then I have one more that I think we'll put right over here. And then I have one banner sticker here that I believe this one came in the embellishment kit too. It just says "so cute," and so I just want to tuck that kind of right in that blank space right there. And then to finish things off, these are puffy stickers from the Paige Evans Wonders collection, and I'm using these bigger kind of round pieces as the center of my flowers, and that's why I had mentioned that the staples wouldn't show is because we're just going to cover those up with these puffy stickers. One right there. I want to use colors that coordinate that I've already used on the page. I don't really want to introduce a new color at this point, and that's why I left kind of the orange and this darker blue off. But the rest of them look great. So, and with that, I'm going to call this one finished. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you are new here, I would love to have you as a new subscriber. I upload videos every Sunday and then usually once or twice throughout the week. Thank you again for stopping by, and I'll see you again soon.